Anand Patwardhan is one of India's most distinguished documentary filmmakers who is known for his committed filmmaking and a liberal and humanistic worldview. He is globally recognized as an intuitive filmmaker and astute commentator on socio-political issues.
I have mixed feelings this evening as I accept this Lifetime Achievement Award. Of course, I'm overjoyed that our work is recognized and deeply grateful to all those who must have struggled to make this come about. I have been very lucky. I was lucky to have the parents, the family, and the friends that I did, who gave me such unstinting and ungrudging support through all the times when our work was frowned upon by the authorities and ignored by the market. I'm also lucky that despite opposition, many of my films got recognition both in India and abroad. Here is where my mixed feelings come in. My films are nothing without the causes they speak about and the people they champion. Today, if I ask myself whether these films really made a difference to the people and the causes they are about, I would have to admit that the difference is marginal. Let me give just a few examples. Prisoners of Conscience, completed in 1978, was about political prisoners in independent India. Today, our jail population continues to rise as our system refuses to grant bail even to those who have been in detention without trial for years. Even as I speak, many prisoners have gone on a hunger strike to protest this long denial of bail. Bombay, our city, completed in 1985, was about the macabre practice of demolishing the makeshift homes of the homeless. Demolitions are still in full swing as we continue to criminalize the poor instead of questioning a development paradigm that forces urban migration and urban poverty. In Memory of Friends 1990 and Ram Ke Naam in the Name of God 1992 were two films about the rise of sectarianism and violence in the name of religion. Today we may be on the brink of once again bringing to power those who were nurtured with the ideological mindset that killed Mahatma Gandhi, that engineered and celebrated the demolition of the Babri Mosque, that connived or condoned the massacre of minorities. Amongst those attacked and then denied justice, it also creates a thirst for revenge and counter-violence. Father, Son and Holy War 1995 was about our patriarchal system and the connection between religious violence and machismo. Today we are witnessing increasing attacks on women, communal assaults that include gang rape, and a popular culture that celebrates manliness. And we have a prime ministerial candidate who publicly boasts of his 56-inch chest size, even as crimes of omission and commission during the pogroms of 2002 are forgotten and forgiven by the entire corporate world and its embedded media. In Narmada Diary 1995 was about the destruction and displacement caused by the gigantic Sardar Sarovar Dam and about a people's movement that forced the World Bank to stop further funding to the project. Today the dam is almost complete, yet the water, instead of reaching the thirsty and drought-prone areas, is being electrically pumped to serve water parks and promenades in urban Gujarat. War and Peace 2002 was about India's tragic decision to join the infamous nuclear club and become a nuclear weapons-wielding state. As Pakistan replied in kind, the region plunged into nuclear insecurity and uncertainty. Today, our departing Prime Minister, when recounting the few achievements he is proud of, lists at the forefront a nuclear deal with the USA that lifted an embargo on India's nuclear program and allowed it to plan a huge increase in nuclear plants across the country. In the wake of Fukushima, when the world is finally waking up to the fact that nukes are not only unsafe, they are unaffordable, India is busy buying second-hand Chernobyls to populate a tsunami-susceptible coastline. Jai Bhim Comrade 2012 was about the music of protest of a people who for thousands of years were denied education, forced to do menial jobs, and regarded as untouchables. According to official government figures, every day somewhere in this country, 2 Dalits are killed and 3 raped. In our film, one of the many groups protesting these atrocities was the Kabir Kala Manch, the KKM. By the end of the film, KKM members had been forced to go underground after police began to brand them as Maoist Naxalites. After Jai Bhim Comrade won awards, including one at the last MIF, and was extensively written about, we formed a KKM defense committee. Finally, the KKM decided that with civil society support, it was worth it to come overground. They did a non-violent satyagraha by singing outside the Maharashtra Assembly and were arrested. 3 of them eventually got bail thanks to a High Court order. But 10 months later, 3 others are still in jail. They all gave themselves up voluntarily, expressing faith in democracy. Their only weapons were their songs. Today it is really our political and judicial system that is in the dock. So I say that my feelings are mixed. Added to the bittersweetness of this moment is the fact that my parents, to whom I owe everything, are not here anymore. I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. I'm deeply grateful that my work, and through it, the work of so many others, has been recognized. I only hope that such awards will make our work and our causes more visible. Once that happens on a bigger scale, I'm confident that change will come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your unflagging commitment to making with exceptional courage and rectitude socially relevant and politically thought-provoking documentaries have created an impact on Indian and global perceptions on these issues. And you've been very modest to say that they may not have been much changed, but as a student who's watched so many of your films and who's really grown so much, I can definitely say that we're very, very grateful for your works. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, again.